is the Republican establishment trying to destroy Donald Trump while using Ron DeSantis. In recent days, there has been a massive amount of attacks on Donald Trump, coming from the media, leftist lunatics, and even the Republican establishment. Trump then responded with a series of tweets going after Ron DeSantis, Fox News, and the rest of the swamp rat dwellers. And this seems to be a tactical move because we all know that Donald Trump is about to announce his run for presidency.
I'm going to be making a very big announcement on Tuesday, November 15th at Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach, Florida.
I think the plan all along is to try and get Republicans where Trump has about a 90% approval rating to turn on the former commander-in-chief. But it hasn't worked in the past, so why do they think they can get it to work now? Well, before, they didn't have Ron DeSantis. I honestly believe that they're trying to use Ron DeSantis as their patsy, if you will, because in the end, I believe they want to destroy them both. If they can get people in Trump's base to turn on him, then in the end, the remainder of Trump's loyal following will blame Ron DeSantis, and we all know how that would end. And then the swamp rat Republican establishment will waddle their way back into their swampy existence. But will it work? The only way that they can get it to work is if they get enough of Trump's loyal followers to turn on him simultaneously. And to be honest with you, I almost fell for it myself in the beginning until I started reading further into what was really going on. I took a step back and started to think about how many times Trump has been right when all things are said and done. And to be honest, there is no getting around the fact that Donald Trump has been right on just about everything. So let's take a look at who's behind it all. Obviously, there is Mitch McConnell. Then we have Lindsey Graham. And then there's the person who we haven't heard from much until recently, Paul Ryan. And if you remember, Paul Ryan was one of the first Republicans who spoke out against Trump in 2016. And he said that he could not support Trump as a candidate whatsoever. And then we have Lindsey Graham, who I'm sure the majority of us remember his tweet about Donald Trump in 2016. So if you forgot, he said, if we nominate Donald Trump, we will get destroyed, and we will deserve it. Really, Lindsey. Then, of course, we have the usual suspects with Trump derangement syndrome. And they include the corporate media, including Rupert Murdoch outlets, as well as the bought and paid for social media propagandists who have nothing better to do in their lives because they're pathetic. You can't tell me how this is not a coordinated attack on Donald Trump. You have the leftist rag media outlets like the Huffington Post coming out with articles saying that calls grow within GOP to dump Trump after midterm flop. What midterm flop? Republicans are going to win the House. We won a bunch of key races for governor. And in all honesty, it was said all along that the Senate would be tough to take. So it's the lowlifes in the corporate media who are trying to create this narrative because they see the writing on the wall. And now, in all honesty, they are trying to make it seem as if a massive amount of Republicans are turning on Trump. And they're using Ron DeSantis as part of their plot. But the only people who are turning on Donald Trump are the same old never-Trumpers and the hacks in the corporate media. You see, I believe they're trying to make it seem as if there is a massive wave speaking out against Trump. But it's the same old people doing it. And this is what I think they hope ends up happening. They hope that the entire Trump base turns on Ron DeSantis and forces him into the open arms of the swamp rat establishment, as well as getting enough people to turn on Donald Trump, forcing him out of the race. And if Ron DeSantis doesn't run to the Republican establishment, the remaining loyal Trump base will turn on Ron DeSantis anyway, which will force them both from not running. No matter which way you look at it, none of their tactics have worked in the past because the majority of Republicans are smarter than that. You see, we know all about loyalty. We know the majority of the American people believe in the principles of the MAGA movement. In the end, the Republican establishment and the deep state do not have a great track record when it comes to going after Donald Trump or his supporters. And no matter how many times the corporate media regurgitates the ridiculous tropes of the Republican Party being in total disarray, still won't make it true. Because the majority of Republicans and the American people are sick and tired of the establishment and the swamp rat elites. That was the whole point of why Donald Trump won in 2016 in the first place. And that is why he will once again announce that he's running for president, and why he will once again win in 2024. Hey everyone, I want to thank you for watching, and make sure you smash that like button. And if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do. That way you'll get a notification whenever a new episode or video is released. And if you want to follow me on all my socials, they are all linked below. Always remember, someone once said, I only regret that I have but one life to live for my country. This is The Constitutional Conservative. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.